Hey y'all, it's your girl Barbie J here. Welcome to my channel, June BLC. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Barbie J here with the recap and review of Tyler Perry's comedy drama Sisters, Season 9, Episode 5, Heavy is the Crown. And I'm telling y'all know I'm behind in all of my recaps and reviews. I'm doing these quick summaries and synopsises and to try to get through it so I can catch up and do my own little personal commentary as well. I'm not doing a lot of personal commentary because I'm just trying to catch up, but I don't want to skip episodes like somebody was like, oh, just skip episodes and start from where you are. I don't like that. I like to keep my stuff in order. I hope y'all understand that. So anyway, this episode basically focuses on the pressures and challenges of each of the main characters that they're facing, as basically the title suggests. The crown that they're carrying represents their individual burdens, whether it's their like legal battles or the new motherhood or the personal betrayal. All of them seem to be carrying some burden, which is considered the heavy crown. They even have artwork, I think, with that same name that suggests the same thing. So anyway, the episode really focuses on Karen's like emotional and psychological struggles with the postpartum depression, and she's dealing with the grief of losing one of her babies while also trying to cope with the demands of caring for the other. And I still consider, I keep thinking about it and I feel bad for thinking about it, but I know that there is a such thing as postpartum depression because I've gone through it. But I just want to know, if would she be going through it so deeply if it was the opposite way around and it was Aaron's child Faith who was stillborn versus Zachary's Taylor's forever child, that was alive. I mean, I don't know. It still bothers me a little bit. I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but I hope it's not that and that we don't learn later on that was the issue that Karen was having about losing forever. So anyway, we see that Karen's grief is manifesting in heartbreaking ways, and then there's this powerful scene where Aaron goes to get her some water, and as soon as he leaves, the baby Faith starts crying. And instead of comforting her child, Karen breaks down in tears herself and is basically feeling overwhelmed by her grief and feelings of inadequacy as a mother. She feels that she isn't even good enough to take care of her child and that her life isn't even what, she imagined it would be. It's clear to see that Karen feels like she's drowning and that her loved ones' attempts to help her only seem to make her feel more isolated and inadequate or something. I don't know. She's fighting this battle. I've never seen this postpartum depression like this, but then I've never been around somebody who has lost a child after they've gone to like term to like at least 8 months or something like that. I've seen people have miscarriages, but that's it. Then we see Andy's legal career and her personal life seem to collide as she's pulled back into Gary's orbit. She could hear, why am I saying Jasmine? Is that her name? Jasmine saying, you ruined my life or our family or something like that. And she's bugging out and she's scribbling and writing at her office desk and she starts crying. But I don't understand why they don't have her make sure she wipes all her tears away. She just like half wipes them and then tries to act like she's writing again. If somebody came in her office, the tears are still there, on her face. But anyway, the synopsis is stating that she's like digging into a grave case or something like that, which is likely connected to a dangerous or high stakes legal matter, as they put it. But it's that legal matter with Dr. Cruz. That's what she's digging into, and she's trying to find out information, but she's going to have to be careful. And I'm trying to understand, while she was digging into this case, was she triggered or something? Was there a trigger that's bringing back this whole Gary thing? But I think she did tell Fatima she can't sleep at night or something like that. But we saw in one of that, what is it, the first episode of season 9, was it? That Gary, after his attack, he seemed to be in this like vulnerable state. And Andy was like grappling with the possibility of falling back into their old unhealthy patterns, it seemed. And these episodes have left us wondering the future of Andy and Gary's relationship, basically. Is she seeing a new changed man, or is he simply using her while he's in a compromised state? We don't know, but I'm hoping we'll find out soon because we haven't seen Gary in a lot of these episodes. So next we have Sabrina. She's forced to confront those who have betrayed her. This likely is referring to her ongoing issues with Rich that we've seen in, previous episodes and the fallout from his betrayal. But I'm like, is that a betrayal? She broke up with him and I don't understand. Yeah, it was less than 24 hours later. It does feel some kind of way. And I can understand how it makes her think that they had something going on all this time. But anyway, Sabrina's confrontation with this is a test of her strength and her self worth, I feel. She is definitely at a crossroad and has to decide how to handle the disrespect and the lies she has been faced with from Rich and whoever else. I don't want to see the other girl because the other girl is really a non entity, that daggone Penelope, because she's really not in this. Even though they're putting it on Penelope, and it was funny how Rich was saying everything is not about Andy. And I'm sitting there laughing because y'all the ones who made it about Andy all the time. That time you and Tony was at the baby shower, y'all was making stuff about Andy when it was involved with Jordan and what was happening with everybody. But anyway, I digress. But as we all seen, this storyline is definitely a critical moment for Sabrina's character's personal growth and development, as her ability to stand up for herself will shape her future relationships. Don't y'all think? Put it down in the comment section because that's how I'm feeling about it. So next is saying that Danny is dealing with some kind of grave news, but the truth is they're saying about her job, but it's not so much about her job. What she's dealing with is related to her relationship with Tony when this nutcase decides that he's going to quit his high paying corporate job running the airline, or whatever, to be with Danny. I mean, make it make sense. I know you're in love with somebody. You don't want to go all the way to Alaska and stuff, but to quit your job just for love, you know what? It ain't that type of love. You still got your kids you have to take care. You got the ex-wife. What is he thinking? And as Danny saying, all the stuff I've said to you, this is the one thing you listen to? Make it make sense, Tony. Make it make sense. Because let's not forget how quick he was ready to throw Danny under the bus when that whole thing went down with her and Leonard. He got on her case. He was yelling at her. He wasn't losing his job for her. Now, all of a sudden, because he got to go to Alaska and she made some money off of the deal, she got awarded some money because of what happened. Now, you have a change of heart? Nah, I ain't falling for it. Asking her to marry him and all of that craziness. That's ridiculous. So next we have Zach and Fatima. This episode is still touching upon the continued tensions between them. And I guess that's mainly because of their plans to, have a family and their individual struggles with this, with what they're going through or what they went through with this whole thing with Karen. Fatima, feeling some kind of way because she was the one who took Karen to the hospital. Zach feeling like he was a bad role model or something and stress Karen out all the time. So they feeling there's certain things, you know what I mean? But Zach is having a strong sense of guilt. He is that loss of his and Karen's baby, baby forever, Taylor. And while Karen is still grieving, in the episode is showing that he gets a visit from Danny. And Zach starts leaning on Danny for comfort. And she has to remind him that fathers also experience immense pain from such a loss. And he's not knowing how to feel or whatever. But I like this because the conversation between them acknowledges that his feelings are valid, you know. And this is basically, this whole episode adds a complex layer of the ongoing drama between Zach and these women who are in his life, meaning Karen, Fatima, and Danny, I guess. But this episode was really emotionally charged and explored the personal burdens and struggles of each of the characters, if you ask me. We have Karen's storyline, which is particularly heartbreaking, is showing the devastating reality of postpartum depression. We have Andy's storyline and journey highlighting the cyclical, nature of toxic relationships, whereas Sabrina's plotline focuses on empowerment and standing up for herself, which I would love to see and hope to see. I mean, they're trying to show it, but I don't know if it's strong enough. But, the main takeaway is that each person is carrying a significant weight: grief, betrayal, legal danger, or personal turmoil or something. And the episode highlights how they are all at a breaking point, forced to confront their challenges head on. And let me know if y'all agree with me or not, but the episode really set up like future conflicts and forces the characters to make difficult decisions, testing their limits and setting the stage for like major decisions in the episode to come. Basically, that's what I'm seeing. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. That's my quick little breakdown and synopsis or whatever of it. And I will see you all in the next video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, because sharing is caring, right? It's your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.